Hello, thank you for joining me. It's Friday the 23rd of June and I am going to use my spirit animal cards and pick you a 2-card reading. So let's see what we've got today. Oh, okay. Right, we've got the ram and we've got the salmon. It's two you don't see together very often, isn't it? So the ram is the Earth Father and he's card number 4. Yeah, number 4. This is kind of like the Emperor in a normal tarot pack, because obviously the Emperor is, as if you usually look on the throne, he's got like a little ram's heads on his throne or somewhere on a card, because that is the Aries sign, and that's what that card, the Emperor, is linked to. And the salmon is the 9 of shells. I think there's been a bit of a theme. I think I said last time when we used these tarot cards that there's always seems to be a rainbow in the back there. Yeah, maybe because it's Pride Month. Maybe we've had that theme for the last 3 weeks because it's June, and I like that. I think that's lovely because yeah, it's just a really lovely inclusive message, isn't it, that these tarot is for everyone. So let's have a little look. I like this ram, you know, he's smiling, isn't he? He just seems really welcoming. He's got this beautiful, maybe an eagle or something soaring above him. And the salmon seem to be going in the opposite direction of this ram, but he doesn't seem that bothered, does he? You know, and I don't know the significance of that. I feel like these guys are working as a team where he's very much standalone, or perhaps he's asked them to do that. Perhaps he is their leader and he's asked them to all go off and move in that direction. I don't know. It's funny when you get these pictures of these spirit animals because they can bring up some random things, you know. And that's the thing about tarot, it can bring up some random things. You don't have to, if you've got a tarot pack, you don't have to just get your book and go, okay, the book says this, so I must therefore think that. You can just look at your pictures and you can make your own story up of how that resonates with you. All right, so I've not had much dealings with this ram, but what I'm noticing is he's standing on the edge of a cliff. Can you see that? It's almost like he's really, really high up. And we're not noticing that at first because he's at the top of a mountain. So he's climbed a really long way up, hasn't he? He's got very high. He's accomplished that all on his own. And you can also indicate that because he's up high with the bird there, isn't he? So we've got to give this guy some respect. You know, he has done really well and he's climbed really high. So maybe that could be signifying you yourself in your career, or just things that you've done in your life, and you actually look back and without thinking you've got a long way up and achieved many, many things. But I feel this ram now is taking a bit of a pause. And I do feel like he is stopping and surveying where to go next, because he's not stupid, is he? He can see that this maybe is a little bit inhospitable. And the ram, like an emperor, is going to pick their battles carefully, and they're not going to go into anything that they're not going to win, or they don't think that they can lose, if you see what I mean. So I really feel like this ram is giving us the idea of, okay, you've come this far, but to be a good leader, or to be in control of your own life, you really have to be very strategic and plan where you're going, okay? Which seems, again, tying in with these salmon, because if anybody knows anything about salmon, they kind of go against the tide, don't they? They do their own thing. Salmon are known for swimming upstream. Most fish would not do that because they would think it was quite stupid. But the salmon have got a knack, and they work as a team, and they have a plan, and they structure it, and they do it at certain times of the year. And, you know, they all seem to manage it year after year after year, because I think they go back to lay their eggs and then they all start the cycle again, something like that, isn't it? So they are doing something that no one else can do. But they have a strategy and they have a plan, and they go with their instincts and they do it, you know, they work with the other people or the other salmon on their team. And I really feel like that ram is giving the message that you too can do stuff that you never thought were possible, or more importantly, other people would not be able to do. So you have skills like these salmon that other people have not got. Don't take them for granted, because they're amazing. And I feel like the ram is coming in to actually get you to list all the amazing things that you've done and start making a plan of how that you can actually put them to good use. Because we're all here for a reason. We are all unique, and we all are, you know, we are all like a salmon. We've all got our uniqueness that makes us different from everybody else, every other human. So I feel that is the message. You can do more. You can do more with the talents and the creativity that you've got. And this guy here is coming in to say, well, I think perhaps we need to start thinking about that, because the time has come for you to start moving on. And the reason I say moving on is because he's not going to stay there forever, is he? You know, that guy, as a ram, he's going to eat all that grass, and when it's no longer useful to him, that spot, he's going to move on to the next place. And that's why I feel that that is our message here, about the fact that you can't just stay in one place for too long, because you stagnate. And that is the negative side of a 4. 4s are a really stable number. You know, they do signify stability, but you know, in tarot, they go 1 to 10, don't they? So 4 is just a small stop-off point in the journey to where we want to be. 9, nearly there, isn't it? Nearly at the 10, but they're doing the hardest part right at the end. So it might mean that you've got a bit of hard work. It might mean you might need to do extra study, or take on more work, or more shifts, or start reorganizing yourself a little bit so that you've got more time to do what you need to do to progress in where you want to progress. But it's all achievable, and you know, it might be hard, but it's worth the wait. Just like these salmon, they get to where they need to be, and then they have all their little baby salmons and start all the cycle again. So yeah, a bit cryptic with our ram and our salmon there, but I think they're both trying to give us the same message. So I hope that you understood that and I wasn't waffling too much. And I hope you have a lovely Friday, and I'll be back again tomorrow with another reading for you. Okay, bye for now.